So, on the mic, Mike King, ESPN Richmond. That's where we are. The Swagger Studio is back in session. We got my man Portical is in here with us. We're going to interview him. Yeah, all right, man, so tell people who you are.
Well, I'm Portical. That's my artist name. Actual name is Cameron Francis. So, yeah, and I make 80s-inspired pop rock with a modern approach, I would say.
Pop rock with a modern approach. How did you settle? Okay, so you brought your keyboard in here, and we're all set up, but you also play a guitar.
I do. I play guitar, piano, drums, anything to get my hands on, really.
Which one was the first one?
Actually, guitar at 13, and then around 15, I started messing with my parents' piano at home and just went from there.
Are there other musicians in your family?
Yeah, technically.
Does your dad have game?
No.
No, he does not have musical game?
No one really plays, honestly, in my family. Everybody's kind of taken lessons through the years, but no one really stuck with it.
It's like me with Spanish. I took Spanish forever and ever. Si. That's it. Or hola.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't even know why. Emmanuel, stop. So on the mic is Mike. All right, so where can people find your information, your music at?
That's a good question. So I keep myself updated there on Instagram mostly. So Portical_official on Instagram. You can see there.
So wait a second, your mom.
Oh, hey mom.
It's like your mom just popped in.
Hey mom, I'm on TV.
It's like, hey mom, look at me. All right, so yes, we got to straighten up. Mom's looking.
Yeah.
All right, so really quickly, how did you settle on the kind of music that you got?
Right.
To?
Yeah. I mean, growing up, I think I have parents who kind of their youth was spent in the '80s, and so I grew up listening to a lot of bands like Tom Petty, Billy Joel.
That's why you rock out on Billy Joel.
I do love some Billy Joel. I mean, playing piano to Billy Joel is the perfect combination, honestly.
Yes.
It's just perfect music to play to.
What's your favorite Billy Joel song?
Oh, it probably goes in and out of a few, but I would say probably Vienna.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, before you came in, I was rocking on Emmanuel. He saw me. They put what's that thing called? The reverb. You filmed that craziness? I was being you. I was singing Frank Sinatra, My Way. Yo,
that's me?
That's you. You know, I heard you, I heard you sing the song.
My Way? I don't think yeah.
Have you sang that song?
I actually have, yes.
I thought I saw you somewhere.
Not in the public sphere, just privately. So
why? What's wrong with?
I don't know. I just haven't got around to recording
it. You haven't gotten that one.
I'll throw that up on my Instagram story.
Okay, see what kind of requests you get for that one.
That's right.
We only going by requests these days. All right, so you're here today. What are you going to play for us today?
So I'm going to be playing my debut single. This one came out in early February this year. It's called Last Friday. So it's a fun, upbeat rock song, but I'll be playing a little, as we call it, a stripped version, or just playing a piano cover of it. So it'll be a little more relaxed. Still got a little drum machine here. If we can make it work, that's great.
You brought you brought all the electronics in here.
I did. I brought a lot of equipment for this.
Yes, that's right. That's what we do it here because, as I had said, we only go first class here. And this is my sound machine. So for all you people out there who are not in radio, this is what first class equipment looks like. Yes.
Like I said, I'll be sampling all these sounds on my next single. So.
Shout out to my granddaughter. This comes from the 5 and Below store, and we only go with the best equipment here. When you write what's the best part? Being a songwriter or being an artist?
Oh, an artist for sure. For me, I like to do everything. So I write the songs. I also produce the songs, create the mix, play the instrumentation. I'm the musician on all of it. So for me, it's everything. So I would say the best way to define it, what I do is art, is being an artist, I guess.
How about being I see you as a solo artist. Can solo artists jump into a band?
Yeah. I'm actually looking to kind of put together a band for myself. So.
Okay, so what do you think the best part about being in a band is? Because when you're the solo artist, you're just sitting there, man.
Yeah.
And it's like if it's on, but you might not be having a great night.
I mean, if I'm by myself on a stage, you mean?
Yes.
No, that's not what I'm looking to do. No, I'm looking.
You just like being out there with you.
Right now, I'm just producing the songs that eventually I want to take on the road with a band. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Who's an artist out there that you like and you like one, you like their style, and another one, you like the way they do business because the business side always is the one
Sure.
that gets people.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I would say big one for me is Laney or Paul Klein. Shout out to him. He actually just got hit by a car recently, almost died, but
Jeez.
he's doing all right now, so he's recovering. But he's definitely been a big inspiration. But also, I'd say Bleachers or Jack Antonoff. Extremely talented. I love his music. It's definitely more vintage 80s inspired. But of course, you're asking about the business side of things. That's one I got to still figure out a bit. So.
Okay. What's it about? Tell us about the music scene here in Richmond.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. I actually haven't really put myself out there too much in the Richmond atmosphere of music. Actually, I'm playing a few events though coming up, so I'll kind of be for the first time getting out there. But I probably couldn't speak a whole lot to it. So
Okay.
right now, it's been me in my studio just cranking out music and writing songs. So
When you finish with a song, how do you know when it's done?
that's a good question.
I got one good
That's
question.
a good
for
question.
the show. Or do you keep going back, tweaking it, bothering with it?
There's never a point of this is we know it's the end. Like you never know. You kind of have to just say we're done. It's good enough because you have to deal with perfectionism when you're creating something, and you have to understand it's never. I mean, reaching perfection is, I would say, it's impossible.
Yes, it is.
So you have to understand that, accept that, and at a certain point, it's almost a skill set, a learned skill to decide when a project is completely done and ready to go. And it's hard sometimes. I've dealt with it. Like I don't know if I should put it out yet. Maybe, I don't know, it's not there. But then I'm just like, no, forget it. I got to move on to the next one.
How long were you sitting on that first single? Were you sitting on it forever?
I started writing that one in May of last year. It came out in February. That was also because I just was busy and still figuring some stuff out with trying to design the sound that I wanted to go for Portical. So
do you work on more than one song, or when you're writing that song, boom, I got to write it, and I'm done and move on to the next?
Sorry, say that again?
Do you work on one song at a time, or do you work on multiple songs? Something comes to your head, you write it down, put it to the side, and move on to the next.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. So there's so many moving pieces just with a song, but I've got like 15 songs in the works right now. All at different stages, and they kind of just. When I feel like one's ready for the next step, I go with that one, and I'll be like, all right, that's going to be the next release. But like if you look at my phone, I got lyrics everywhere. I've got a bunch of voice memos of melodies and things that just come to me during the day that I put down and then eventually come back to and start producing. But yeah, it's all, there are so many moving parts. You kind of just have to go with the flow, what feels like the next one should be.
There you go. We're the Mike in the studio with Portical. We're going to jump off now because just going to show you around a little bit right here. So he brought his equipment, and we got my man Emmanuel Pizzoa in here. I don't know what he's doing. But we got the lighting. We're trying to make it look like, this is my version. I told him this is my version of the tiny desk. We've done this before in the past. We're revising it again. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk to you soon. You will see the finished version of this. It'll be music video extraordinaire. My man Portical is here. Emmanuel Pizzoa, that is DB Arcade. He is going to put this together, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. We got to go. These guys got stuff to do. They can't hang around with me all day. It is a Friday, and typically I'm not allowed out on Friday, but for these guys, the music men came in. First Rain was in, as well as Portical. We're out there talking to musicians. So it is the Swagger Studio Series, Mike King Biz, Portical, DB Arcade. We got to go. Take care. Bye.
Hey everybody, I'm Portical. My debut single came out early February. It's called Last Friday. Today I'll be doing a stripped version of that. But I got a new single coming out next Friday called Someone Like You, so go ahead and make sure to stream that. Thank you so much.
Track on that black and white album, kind of name you know. Never sick of the sound of any song, any year you'd hear. So I went to the rock jokes, they can play the banjo, getting down to the rhythm, even there in the back row. Didn't the words, thought I saw you looking at me. You can call it coincidence that my fit was black and black, no print, but I sit here on my own. Oh, I can't leave it alone. At the top of my Jeep in the summertime heat, with the wind in your hair, 'twas a summertime feat. When you were playing chair, getting lost in a transient beat. Took me by surprise like a diamond in my mind's eye. Unprepared, never know if you don't try, so I fell for you by the high of a moonlit night. I can't settle this in my head, but I'll bet that you probably moved on instead. So I'll get to playing these songs one day, maybe you're singing along. I can feel it coming on the air tonight. I don't know why. And I can hear it calling out my name, but I tell you it's fine. 'Cause last Friday I spent all of my money, not even really knowing why. So you can go and spend your time alone, and maybe I'll give this a try. Heart keeps slipping away, heart keeps getting too far. I don't know about you, but I know I could bring it to where we are. Heart keeps slipping away, heart keeps getting too far. I don't know about you, but I know I could bring it to where we are. Heart keeps slipping away, heart keeps getting too far. I don't know about you, but I know I could bring it to where we are. Heart keeps slipping away, heart keeps getting too far. I don't know about you, but I know I could bring it to where we are. But now my heart is left to mend. Short stories found its end. Put a nail in the coffin and I'll be on my way. I can feel it coming on the air tonight. I don't know why. And I can hear it calling out my name, but I tell you it's fine. 'Cause last Friday I spent